The Gruffalo, Julia Donaldson, hello, wonderful book lovers, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're venturing deep into a deep, dark wood to meet one of the most beloved monsters in children's literature. That's right, we're talking about the one, the only, the Gruffalo, by the brilliant Julia Donaldson, with unforgettable illustrations by Axel Scheffler. If you've ever been told this story as a child or read it to your own kids, you know the pure magic it holds. And if you haven't, oh, you are in for such a treat. So grab a cozy blanket, maybe a snack, and let's get ready to explore why this book is a timeless classic. Our story begins with a quick-witted little mouse taking a stroll through the woods. It's a lovely day, but the woods are full of animals who see our tiny hero as a tasty meal. First, he meets a sly fox, then a wise old owl, and finally, a slithery snake. Each one invites him back to their home for a meal, but the mouse is no fool. He knows he's the main course. So what does he do? He uses his incredible imagination. He politely declines each invitation, explaining he's on his way to have lunch with ... a Gruffalo. Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo? They all ask. And this is where Julia Donaldson's genius rhymes come to life. The mouse describes this terrifying creature he's completely made up. He tells the fox he has terrible tusks and terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws. With each predator, he adds more frightening details, like knobbly knees, turned out toes, a poisonous wart on his nose, orange eyes, a black tongue, and purple prickles all over his back. This description is so vivid and scary that the fox, owl, and snake all flee in terror, leaving the mouse to continue his walk. Finamino. He chuckles to himself. Silly old fox, owl, snake. Doesn't he know? There's no such thing as a Gruffalo. This first half of the book is a masterclass in storytelling. Teaches a powerful lesson. Wit and intelligence are your greatest weapons. The mouse, physically the weakest creature, outsmarts everyone. It's a fantastic message for kids, showing them that you don't have to be the biggest or the strongest to overcome challenges. Your brain is your superpower. The repetitive structure and rhythmic rhyming text are also perfect for young readers. It's predictable in the best way, allowing children to join in and build their reading confidence. They love chanting the descriptions of the Gruffalo right along with you. But just when our clever little mouse is feeling proud of himself, feeling safe and sound, the story takes a brilliant turn. Who does he bump into? You guessed it. A real-life creature with terrible tusks, terrible claws, and all the features he just invented. The Gruffalo is real. The mouse's own fiction has come to life, and now this giant, scary monster looks at him and says, "My favorite food. You'll taste good on a slice of bread." The tables have completely turned. The inventor is now face to face with his invention, and he's in bigger trouble than ever before. This moment is pure literary gold. It's that gasp-inducing twist that hooks you completely. If you're left wondering, how on earth is this tiny mouse going to get out of this? He's used his big lie to escape the small dangers, but now that lie has become the biggest danger of all. What do you think he does? Does he run? Does he freeze? No, our little mouse is a true hero. He doesn't panic. His brain, his greatest asset, kicks right back into gear. It's time for round 2 of clever thinking. The mouse, puffing out his chest, looks up at the towering Gruffalo and says, "Good. Don't call me good. I'm the scariest creature in this wood. Just walk behind me and soon you'll see. Everyone is afraid of me." The Gruffalo, full of disbelief and laughter, agrees to follow him, thinking he'll have his meal with a bit of entertainment first. This is where the story structure brilliantly folds back on itself. It's so clever. The mouse is essentially betting everything on his reputation, a reputation he just created moments ago. So they start walking back the way the mouse came. First, they encounter the snake. The snake sees the little mouse, but then his eyes land on the giant, monstrous figure looming behind him. With a terrified hiss, the snake slithers away. The Gruffalo is amazed, astounding, he says. Next, they meet the owl. The owl sees the mouse, then the Gruffalo, and with a hoot of horror, he flies to the top of his treetop house. Amazing! The Gruffalo exclaims. Finally, they meet the fox. The fox, upon seeing the duo, turns tail and runs back to his underground home. The mouse has proven his point without ever having to fight. By the end of this second journey, the Gruffalo is completely convinced. He looks at the tiny mouse with newfound fear and respect. When the mouse mentions that his tummy is beginning to rumble and his favorite food is Gruffalo crumble, the Gruffalo doesn't stick around to find out more. He turns and flees, running away as fast as he can. The woods fall silent. The mouse has done it. He has outsmarted not only the fox, the owl, and the snake, but also the very monster he invented to scare them. The story ends with the mouse, safe and sound, finding a nut and enjoying a peaceful meal. All's well in the deep, dark wood. So, what makes the Gruffalo an absolute masterpiece? First, the character of the mouse. He's an inspiration. He teaches us that courage isn't about the absence of fear. It's about thinking clearly and acting bravely even when you are afraid. He solves his problems with his mind, which is a message that empowers every single child who reads this book. It tells them that they're ideas and have immense power. Second, the language. Julia Donaldson is a poet. The rhyme and rhythm are so catchy and perfect that they feel like a song. It makes the book incredibly fun to read aloud, and it helps children develop an ear for language, phonics, and the joy of words. It's no wonder this book is used in classrooms all over the world to teach literacy. And we can't forget Axel Scheffler's illustrations. They are as iconic as the text. His depiction of the Gruffalo is the perfect blend of scary and slightly goofy. He looks intimidating, but his slightly bumbling posture and wide orange eyes make him feel approachable. The warmth and detail in his drawings of the woods and its inhabitants bring this world to life. The words and pictures work in perfect harmony, each elevating the other. The Gruffalo is more than just a story about a clever mouse. It's a story about perception, reputation, and the power of storytelling itself. The mouse literally speaks a monster into existence and then uses that monster's belief in his own story to save himself. It's wonderfully clever and layered. It's a book that works on one level for a 3-year-old who just loves the rhymes and the scary monster, and on a completely different level for adults who can appreciate the brilliant plot structure and a deeper message. It's a perfect story, a modern fairy tale that has earned its place in the hearts of millions, spawned sequels, stage shows, and even an Oscar-nominated animated film. It proves that a good story, told well, is truly timeless. So, what are your favorite memories of the Gruffalo? Did you have a favorite line or character? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip into the deep, dark wood. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the wonderful world of books. It really helps us out. Till next time, happy reading!